Hi, this is Bubboy17. Make sure to like and subscribe. Okay, so I know this is a little bit out of the usual of the videos I make, but I have been speed cubing a little bit. I wouldn't say I'm the best at speed cubing. I don't average under a minute, but my average is a minute. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to solve a cube. I only solved this thing over 100 times in the last week. I used to hate them because I couldn't solve them. Now I can solve them, so I'm going to teach you guys how to. Sorry if this is a little unusual video. Please make sure to like and subscribe. I really need it. So what I do is, first thing you need to know is that these middle centers, they never move. They're all connected in there. So then first you have to make a white cross. That white. So if you happen to have a white already there with the color on the outside, just rotate it to the middle. You always want the outside ones to match with the middle. That's all you need to do. So then you find any ones on the top, and how I solve it is I do this. I match those colors up and have a line. And do this for every color. If you happen to run into something like this, turn it up. Make the face top face turn clockwise, down, counterclockwise. But you don't need to do counterclockwise since it's already in line. Then you've made your cross. Make sure to pause the video and repeat this step. Or if you were following along, good job. So now we're going to find any on the top. If it is facing right, or one may be facing up, or it could be facing left. Here, well, this one's already done, but this is what I call the right-handed algorithm. Or if you do know Rubik's lingo, it is R, U, R apostrophe, U apostrophe. And then you've solved it with the middles. Now repeat the step for every one. And if it's facing up, you're going to do that 3 times. R, U, R apostrophe, U apostrophe. R, U, R apostrophe, U apostrophe. R, U, R apostrophe, U apostrophe. Now look, now this one's facing left. So then we're going to hold it facing left. And then if you know Rubik's lingo or the left-handed algorithm, so this is it. It is L apostrophe, U apostrophe, L, U. Or up, counterclockwise, down, clockwise, and now you should have finished the bottom. I'm not being sponsored by this. For your advice, this is just the cube I have right currently. But for now, let's work on the second layer of the cube. So what you're going to do is you're going to find any ones that don't have yellow on them. And see, this one doesn't have yellow. And if it was to the side, I'm just gonna line it up with that. But since it already is, that's great. And now it has to go right there. So then that means I have to do this, like that way. And then do the left-handed algorithm. Up, counterclockwise, down, clockwise. Make sure to practice that till you know it. Now it's facing right. So now I'm gonna do the right-handed algorithm. And to know that you've done this correctly is when you turn it up, the one that you need to put there in the red and in the corner should line up. And then you've solved it. I'll do this step for everyone, and I'll show. But look, I have none that are not yellow. The ones that I need are in the corners. This is what you're gonna do. You're still gonna do it. You're gonna do the exact same thing. And just replace it with the yellow. So now it needs to go there. And then that's in place. Now that needs to go right there. Sorry if I'm holding the cube out of the camera, I'm trying my best. This is the first time I'm using this setup in a while, ever since my kinetic sand videos. So I'm very sorry. So now you have solved your second layer. Now we're gonna work on lining these up with these. So I recently discovered that by rotating the face clockwise, turning right hand up, top face clockwise, down, counterclockwise, and if you've noticed, this is the right-handed algorithm. And what that does is if you do this correctly, but you want to make sure that the sides you're doing it on have yellow facing you. Make sure it's facing you. Don't make sure the color is facing you, or else that's gonna go on top and you don't need that there. So then, even if it's next to the side, you always want to change it. And then do right-handed algorithm. But make sure to rotate that clockwise and that after right-handed algorithm, counterclockwise. Sorry for that. And now, see, now they're apart. And then this is what you gotta do. Now you fix that. Now this is the only side there. So then this one, these moves will rotate that one in that direction. They'll rotate it in that direction. But this one will stay the same. So make sure one is aligned. And see, so red needs to go there. And green needs to go there. Orange needs to go there. See, there's orange. So now, this is what you gotta do. So it's like the right-handed algorithm. All you have to do is up, clockwise, down, clockwise, up, counterclockwise twice, and then down. Make sure to do that one. Or if they were just like this and you just needed to turn it, that is the best case scenario. But I've only had that happen to me once out of the over 100 times I've solved this. And now, if you have a corner in place like this, or any others, even if they might look, not all cubes can do this, but, so if you have a regular Rubik's Cube, do not try this. But you can do this if you have a speed cube. If it's like that, it still doesn't, if it's like this, it still doesn't matter. It's still in the right place, but it might not look like in that orientation. But do not leave it like that, because when you're solving it at the end, you'll re-scramble your cube fixing it. I've had that happen to me multiple times. I'm telling you guys this to save you time. Okay, now back to solving. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna take if you've completed that, all those. Sorry for the glare. Now what you're gonna do is if you have one aligned, this you gotta make sure that one is facing the right side. That is on the right side of the cube, not on the left. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna rotate the top face clockwise. Move your right hand up. Move counterclockwise, left hand up. Now clockwise again, down, counterclockwise down. And lucky for me, these two came together. But if you have none in place, you can do that wherever. And even if it's, see, this is solved, just not oriented correctly. If your cube can turn, if your cube corners can turn, that's great. But we're not here to cheat. That would be considered cheating, because I don't believe the original Rubik's Cube can, but there's still a way to solve it. So I've seen two different ways, but my favorite is, so look, you might have one face solved, or two, but the white is always going to stay solved. So what you're going to do is, once that comes together, is you're going to flip the cube upside down, and then make sure the first unsolved corner is on the right hand side. And if all of your squares are unsolved, it doesn't matter where you do this, but always rotate this bottom layer like this. Always do that. That's the most important thing. And do not just rotate the cube, or else you'll scramble your cube again and you'll have to do this all over again. So this is what you're gonna move it. You're gonna do the right-handed algorithm. Up, clockwise, down, counterclockwise. Now I've solved it. I'll just turn that, and then you should have solved your cube. I hope you did. Go over the video as many times as needed. But even though I know this is out of the ordinary for me, please like and subscribe. I really need it. Sorry.